Greetings, citizens, and welcome back to the Hidden Dagger Inn. If you've played Ashes of Creation before and walked away, or if you're stepping into Verra for the very first time with Steam, the world you're about to enter is nothing like the one you might remember. The PTR has transformed everything, from the starting experience to the in-game threats looming over us all. After spending considerable time in the latest public test realm of Ashes Creation, one thing has become undeniably clear. The improvements are vast. This is easily the most refined and engaging version of Verra that we've experienced yet. And the changes aren't just surface level polish. They reshape how players are going to explore, cooperate, and survive in the world of Verra. With all 8 archetypes now unleashed, Harbinger events reshaping the entire regions, and rowboats and corsairs carving their path across the open seas, the PTR showcases a version of Ashes of Creation that's finally becoming the world it's always been destined to be. One of the most transformative additions we have is the Harbinger system. This isn't just another event mechanic, it's a worldwide tension meter. No matter what the community is doing, whether it be leveling or building or defeating world bosses, corruption is slowly building up and accumulating across Verra. When thresholds are reached, Harbinger events will ignite. And don't be mistaken, these are tough. They're not just easy mobs. You go wandering through them and you're going to know it. They opened a can of whoop ass on me a few times. And here's the most important part about the Harbingers to remember. They do not care about your guild tag, your political alliances, or which settlement you're sworn loyalty to. They play no favorite. What happened in Verra's ancient past can happen again, and their arrival is a bold reminder to the community that it is not safe unless people unite. These abominations assault regions indiscriminately, forcing players who may normally be divided by rivalry, settlement, citizenship, or competition for the land. They need to rally together, but not everyone is going to choose heroism. As some players may actually want Harbingers to survive long, their presence does bring rare materials, very lucrative crafting components, and an economic opportunity for those willing to exploit the chaos. Our own little narco terrorists, if you will. Heroes are going to rise, and so will opportunities trying to sabotage them for profit. This event just doesn't make world building, it's world defending. And if it finally gives Verra the sense of danger and consequence it's always promised, in my eyes, that's a good thing. Verra's oceans are beginning to awaken, and the PTR has given us our first taste of what the world's naval direction is going to be. Let me tell you guys, the open seas are going to be crazy. Many more ships are surely on the way to Verra in the future, and don't forget about the long-awaited treasure hunting system that I'm going to guess is going to be very similar to Arcage's. And here's where the ocean is truly going to separate the brave from the cautious. If you choose to leave your cozy, safe freshwater fishing hotspots and risk it for the biscuit, the open seas will test your resolve. Open waters are full PvP zones, and countless miscreants will be lying in wait to steal your catch, plunder your crates, and leave you with nothing but a pile of ashes to bring home to your family. This is not going to be the place to go AFK or solo without preparation. Make sure you bring friends, join a crew, or better yet, find a guild that thrives on PvP. And speaking of which, if you are a PvP focused player and you haven't found your home yet, or is recruiting, link will be below in the description. Come join us today. Even in its infant stages, the seas are already one of Verra's most dangerous but yet also rewarding frontiers. The starting experience has undergone massive improvements, reshaping how newcomers are introduced to Verra. The notorious sweat of the brow quest has been removed. Players now start with the essential tools and gain access to a mount almost immediately, giving them a sense of freedom right out the gate. The new starter questline is much more streamlined and engaging, and it sends players into the world quickly and out of the starter zone. And while testing the PTR, I've asked a lot of guildmates and also people in Global what their thoughts were on the new PTR. Were they enjoying it? Did they feel it was a good improvement for Ashes in the direction it was going? And with the exception of a few doomers, which you will always have, I found the comments and the feedback overwhelmingly positive, and most people are very, very excited for this launch and the future of Ashes of Creation. I feel like the progress they've made is a confident step towards launch, which we still have some time before we reach. The PTR represents something the Ashes of community has longed to feel, some real tangible momentum. Every week we had in the PTR brought meaningful improvements, refined systems, and some growing confidence in the game's vision. The developers and testers have been relentlessly releveling and polishing and stress testing to ensure the massive influx of the new returning players and the Steam players get the strongest introduction possible. But let's address the elephant in the room. Ashes absolutely has its share of haters and doomers. People will buy the game, play it for 30 minutes, refund it, and leave a scathing review as if it were a personal hobby. And honestly, that's up to them. You will never make everyone happy. You will never get a universal agreement on anything. Not in gaming, not in life, not in Verra. And after what may be a rough early access launch, because let's be real, how many MMO launches in history, alpha, early access, or full release, went smoothly? When the dust settles, something incredible will happen. New players and longtime supporters alike will find their place, discover a community with Ashes of Creation, join a guild, and build their settlements. And ultimately, they're going to become a part of the fabric that makes Ashes of Creation special. Because Verra's just not a world to play in, it's a world that we're going to help shape together. So that's why, despite the noise, Ashes of Creation is headed towards something I believe genuinely meaningful. And that's where we stand on the latest Ashes of Creation PTR. You got a little bit of an insight into what I saw and what many other players saw. A world evolving faster than ever, systems coming online that finally give Verra the heartbeat it deserves, and a community that's beginning to feel the spark of something truly very special. But it's important to remember, Ashes isn't perfect. It's not finished. And yes, the EA launch will almost certainly have its bump, just like every other MMO launch in history. But what matters isn't perfection, it's direction. And right now, the direction has never looked clearer. So whether you plan to gather, trade, build, raid, fish, or dive headfirst into the chaos of the PvP, there's a home for you here. If you enjoyed listening to my PTR breakdown and where I feel the game's at, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe. But share your own PTR experiences with me in the comments below. I want to hear what shocked you, what impressed you, and what you're most excited for heading into the EA launch, and also what you're most concerned about. And as always, thanks for watching, and may your caravans find safe passage. Take care, Verra. See you on the 11th.